All right, gym owners, let's talk about our most profitable offer of all time for our gyms, what we like to call the contrasting A-B offer. We got the question the other day, oh, how do I actually implement this? What's it look like? And so I thought I'd break it down for you. Quick benefits of this offer. It is easy to advertise for. There's no bait and switch. You can squeeze a lot of juice out of it for a long time, meaning you can change the outbound ad wrappers that you put around the offer and still sell the same thing on the back end. So this allows us to minimize the operational complexity for our gym owners when we do this for them. It also allows you to get really good at converting on a singular offer, right? I hate the idea, I've mentioned this before, of the agencies that are like, oh, we get you a new offer every single month. Dude, that sounds terrible to me, right? Call me crazy. But if I have to change a new offer every single month, think about all the different things you have to change every time you change an offer. Even if you're a solopreneur, that means you have to change out your pricing sheets, change out your follow-up, change the ads. Maybe you got an agency doing it for you. You got to change how you sell on the back end, change your membership stuff on the back end, change your conversion mechanism, which is the most important thing on how do you turn these people that are taking you up on this initial ads offer into members. You got to change up way too much crap. And frankly, I think it's a good way for agencies to look busy and not really produce anything for you. This offer is something that you can continue running indefinitely. It'll allow you to collect a ton of cash and get memberships up front. Yes, there's an option for clients to take you up on the front end 6-week offer that is a component of this and sort of the teaching tape version, right? The standardized version that will run for folks. But by and large, what you're going to end up getting is more memberships that sign up on day one, that pay the right price right away, without LBOs, without doing free things, without discounting yourself into oblivion, and without setting yourself up for the annoying, like, let me chase somebody down for second sale conversations that they're never going to show up for because they don't convert at the end of your 14-day, 21-day, 30-day, whatever the other front-end program is. Let's get into it. This offer has an ABC structure, and we're just going to make our little boxes here. And outside of the kindergartner level illustrations that we're going to have, this is actually going to be the way that you can set up your price sheet. We have templates for clients on how to set up the price sheet, nice Canva templates that you can utilize. But in this offer structure, we have A, B, and C. C is going to be our takeaway sale that we'll talk about in a little bit. You're probably never going to sell one of these, and that's totally okay. Its only job is to make you look like a good person. You're not going to push this on 99.9% of your clients, and you're going to take away the most expensive thing, which makes them think that you're not just trying to sell them the most expensive thing, which is nice. It's a contrasting A-B offer with a takeaway sale that's going to be our C piece. A is where you do your 6-week program. Now, this can be challenge, transformation. You can call it whatever you want to call it. You can call it a jumpstart. It literally doesn't matter. But this is your 6-week program, and the pricing is going to be 7 to 10x your membership billed weekly. What does that mean? If your membership is priced at $99 a week, you're a small group training gym, then you're going to charge $700 to $1,000 for your front end offer. You'll make it $999, right? You use your nines for marketing speak. But what you want to think about is, well, if I want to incentivize more people, we'll do this at 7x and this at 10x. If I want more people to take me up on the 6-week program, I'm going to charge closer to 7x. If I want more people to take me up on my membership, think MRR, EFT, MRR, monthly recurring revenue, EFT, electronic funds transfer. But if you want more people to take you up on your membership on day one, you're going to charge closer to 10x your weekly membership price for the 6-week program. Then we get into the bonuses, right? Because with our 6-week thing, we want to have bonuses as a component of the offer. We're charging a lot for this, so it needs to look relatively compelling, even though we really want more people in most cases to take us up on the membership thing, because I don't want to have to chase them down afterwards. Bonuses for your 6-week program. Really what you want to look for here are things that are low cost, high impact, easy to fulfill, and really your key thought process here on the bonuses for your 6-week thing. You probably can't read this. Things you'd probably do anyway. So a lot of us have things that we've done in our businesses, and it's just like, yeah, we include all this stuff, but it's just the way we've always done things. We've not made a big deal out of them being extras, but they are extras, right? The main thing that they're going to get with this program is whatever number of training sessions they're getting per week, right? So you're going to include that in your description here. We're not going to hide the number of sessions they're getting on a weekly basis. I'm sorry, that was assumed, and I shouldn't have assumed. But your bonuses, you want to think about things that you might be doing anyway. Maybe it's a check-in call with one of your trainers. Maybe you do a nutrition consult, something like that. But things that you would just do anyway are what you're going to want to include here. Now, other options, and you can adjust this a little bit depending on how many people, like once you actually start running this, depending on how many people are actually taking you up on your membership, you can decide to move some of these things around, because the other bonus qualifier that you want to use, that you want to think about, are things that drive increased purchases. So think increased future purchases. An example here would be if you sell supplements, right? Well, you could do a nutrition consult or give them free samples of your protein or creatine pre-workout, post-workout, hydration, whatever the heck it is that you sell that fits with you and your values. You can either give them samples, you could do a nutrition consult. It's an opportunity to sell more of these things or to provide additional samples, or you could do both. That's a piece that, because it drives additional revenue, right? Additional green, you might consider having that as a part of the 6-week. You might consider gating that behind, if you're positioning it as a nutrition consult, gating that behind the membership. Okay. That one could go either way. That's another component that you can think about with your bonuses on both the 6-week and the membership. One of my favorite examples here of bonuses for the 6-week program is like a nutrition guide. Okay. So maybe you have a boilerplate standardized. You could probably do this with AI in like 20 minutes now. But my favorite for this is, and I don't know why they still do it for free, but I love it. If I was opening a gym tomorrow, I'd be using it. Precision Nutrition has a really, really nice, and you've got to Google, it's like Precision Nutrition free nutrition guide that you can plug in to Precision Nutrition's website. I've got to pull up the link and find it for you guys. We've got it that you can plug in your client's information, and it will give you out a really relatively high quality. And with nutrition, it's always interesting because people have so many different philosophies around nutrition, but a relatively sort of safe thing. Oh, maybe you're super carnivore or paleo or whatever the hell, right? You have your own nutrition philosophies. I'm not here to shit on any of those, but Precision Nutrition is relatively safe for a lot of these different nutrition philosophies. And it looks like a really high quality customized thing for your client that you can give them that costs you $0, right? It costs you 5 minutes to go in and plug in your client's information into the report and spit it out to them. So I would think about things that, again, there's almost zero cost to that. That can be relatively high impact. It gives you the option to position yourself as handling nutrition, at least giving them a nutrition guide, right? You're not doing detailed nutrition coaching or doing nutritionist or dietitian work, but you're helping them with their nutrition somewhat. That's a great idea for a bonus here on your 6-week program. That is option A. Option B is going to be your membership. And that I do recommend you at least show the billing, even if you don't actually bill weekly. Show the billing as weekly billing. I prefer weekly billing. If I was opening a new gym tomorrow, I'd be doing weekly billing for my gym. I just think the benefits outweigh any of the cons. I'm going to do weekly billing here. Why? Because we want to create the maximum amount of contrast, because the goal for us here is I want as many people as possible to take me up on the membership day one and pay me my right price right away. There is no discount to your membership. There's no fast action, this, that, or the other. There is only the contrast between the more expensive shorter term thing or joining XYZ Gym's fitness family for the long haul here. So I'm going to position this as a weekly billing price point to the client, to the prospect on the other side. And we're going to have the same thing here. We're going to have some additional bonuses, right? The same kind of framework. So I'm going to have X number of sessions. That's going to be right at the top. That's sort of the main thing. And then I get into my bonuses. Now here, again, same principles apply. You do want to think about things that drive additional purchases a little bit deeper here, because these are members. It can be a nice thing, right, to be strategic because they are paying for your membership up front. You probably know your churn numbers. So if you've got 6% churn, your average client is staying around for 18 months, something along those lines. That's a very valuable person to you. I am okay getting a little bit more aggressive with my bonuses for low to moderate. I don't know, maybe I go L or M cost. I'm okay doing something that costs a little bit more money. I'm okay maybe giving them a one-on-one session or a one-on-one this. I'm okay giving them a piece of gym swag, right, that has a little bit more cost to any of the things that you're going to give in a 6-week thing. I'm okay doing a nutritional consult that leads to potentially a supplement purchase. I'm okay giving supplement samples, but you can get creative on your bonuses. If you do workshops at your gym, well, hey, great. You could do a free XYZ workshop this. You could do free at-home workouts or what have you, right? If you have resources and assets that you already provide for people, you can put these into your bonuses here to make the membership look more valuable, okay? Once you've got your bonuses set up, now we've got the meat of the offer. The only other thing to do is what we call our anchor. And this is a very high-ticket thing. So this is positioned as paid in full, and you've got to make this number a pretty stinking big number, right? I would make it 5 to 10x your challenge price minimum. And we're going to underline that in red just so we have some additional colors here. This can be a crazy, crazy, crazy price point. We've got clients that put this at 8, 10, 12, sometimes 15K. Do they ever sell them? Nuh-uh, right? Almost 0 times. But the way I recommend you think about this is you put together what you're going to include in your high ticket anchor first and foremost, and then you put your price around it, because you do not want people to be taking you up on this very often. It is just too much labor. And so what we're doing here is putting together a program where if somebody calls your bluff on it, you're either okay fulfilling, or you'll say, yeah, actually spots are taken for that. We don't have any capacity for it anyway, and just cross it off the list. But what I recommend here for your anchor pricing would be, great, you include the X sessions in the gym. You might also include in-home training. You might also include one-on-one nutrition. And in-home, you could do in-home or just at gym one-on-one. So your normal sessions, you can make one-on-one, include the normal program and the one-on-one, but you want to create a scenario where it's like, yeah, I'm going to have so much high ticket stuff in here, so many things that are so expensive that I can charge a hell of a lot for it. And people kind of believe it, right? What you don't want to have as your anchor is, okay, the membership is 3 times a week. This is 5 times a week, but this is $99 a week for a small group training program. And this is $1,000 a week for your small group training program. And the only thing that changes is they get 2 extra sessions a week. We've got to be somewhat realistic, which is why I include one-on-one. I include one-on-one nutrition. You might include other consults or other things, what have you. This is honestly not that important. It's the reason I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. The only purpose is for you to have something where you can say, okay, this thing is $99.95 for a 6-month program. This thing is, let's just say $99 a week for simple math. And this thing is, I want to go closer to 10x because I like people to buy the membership first. Again, you can adjust this if you like, is $9.99 for the 6 weeks, paid in full. And that's the rundown, the summary of the contrasting A-B offer. Now, how does this actually get presented in a sales scenario? It's really simple, right? We're going to pull out the sheet. One of my notes here is I do recommend you have one sheet with these 3 options that you show each prospect. What that means is that if you have a 2 times a week and a 3 times a week membership, you have one sheet for 2 times a week and you have one sheet for 3 times a week. And you're pulling those sheets out depending on the conversation you've had with the prospect. What are their goals? How many times can they actually show up with you? Have you gone over their schedule? Again, I think we've got other videos that go through our entire sales script and recommended process. So those are out there for you to peruse if you need them, but we're going to eat the complexity for the prospect. You are only showing them the membership type that you think is going to make the most sense for them based on the conversation you've had with them. At that point, we get into the close, right? So it's based on everything we talked about today. I think you're going to be an awesome fit for what we do here. Obviously, you're not saying that if they're not going to be a fit, right? I'm assuming that you're doing the right thing for these people. Back into sales mode, we got a few different options that might be a good fit for you. You open to exploring those at all? And they say, yeah, sure. Show me what you got. And so then we pull out the sheet. When we pull out the sheet, okay, cool. Love it. So the first thing, don't get scared about this program. Frankly, we don't have space for it, and I don't think you need it. So we can go ahead and cross that one out right now. Crazy 10K program, I know. But the 2 options that I think could be a fit for you. Option 1 is our 6-week total transformation program. It includes X number of sessions per week plus XYZ bonuses. Again, you're going to list out the bonuses, whatever you have listed there. And the investment for that is $9.99 for the 6 weeks. Option 2, if you feel like we're the long-term answer to your health and fitness problems, you can go ahead and join the XYZ Fitness membership. That includes X number of sessions per week, XYZ bonuses when you go ahead and sign up today. And the investment for that is just $99 a week. And we give you all the benefits of the 6-week program for free when you sign up today. Which one of those makes the most sense to you? That's the close. All we're trying to do, if I can get this back where you can see it again, is deeply, deeply, deeply incentivize people taking us up on this option. Now, how would you adjust this? Well, if you think you might want to sell more high ticket stuff, you might bring this price point down a little bit. Again, that's just a dollar sign that got crooked. That's just, it's not 19, it's not 20 grand that we're looking at here. It's just 10, I say, for the anchor program. But if you were charging, say, $99 a week and you wanted to incentivize more people, yes, you would collect a little bit more cash if you sold more of the 6-week program up front. So you collect more cash on day one, which can be a benefit to some businesses. Sure, you can price this closer to the 7X number and make it $6.99 instead of $9.99, and you'll probably end up selling more of these. I like keeping this number nice and high because my goal is to sell the memberships. Because I know my numbers, I know my LTV, I know if I get somebody into the membership, if we have 6% churn, that person's going to continue to stay and pay for months and years. These people tend to convert at a little bit of a lower rate, and you either have to chase them down or do a Netflix close, which is another option that you could implement with this if you wanted to sell more of the 6-week things. But because at GMM, like, we teach you how to price yourself in a way, and we got a full video on this. We teach you how to price yourself in a way that actually produces the profits that you're looking for as a gym owner based on your model, your expense structure, everything else. If you haven't checked out that video, check out the link in the description. We'll include the pricing kind of masterclass, full spreadsheet on how to make sure you're actually pricing yourself effectively. Because we set up our clients with good membership models, we are confident in the ability to be highly profitable with their memberships. And so with that, we can minimize a lot of the headaches and a lot of the runaround that comes along with selling shorter term front-end programs, and instead sell right into the membership without the discounts. Again, if you charge less than $99 a week, totally cool. You're going to charge less here. So if you charge $50 a week, great. You're going to charge somewhere between 7 times 50, sounds a lot like $350, all the way up to $500. Could you go higher than that? Yes, but for most businesses, what we found is that 7 to 10x math tends to work relatively well. It's an offer that works. It's easy to market for, and that's how we teach people to do the contrasting AB. If you want more stuff like that, make sure you like and subscribe. We appreciate the hell out of you watching. Go make money, change lives. See you next time.